Hi, James. Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I'm absolutely fabulous. How are you?
Amazing. I'm doing good. Yeah, keeping myself busy in lockdown. So let's tell our viewers, who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is James Smith, but also I go as Mr. Fabulous. So I people call me an entrepreneur because I own a few different businesses and I do a number of different things in the community as well. But I also host events as Mr. Fabulous. I judge talent competitions. Not that I've got that much of a talent myself for singing, dancing or acting or anything like that, but you know, I'm quite good at spotting someone that I think, I can make you shine a bit more and, help progress your career in some way or other. So I've been at like a talent scout for ITV and another other different organisations and channels and TV shows and things like that as well, which is quite interesting and I quite like that. Yeah.
So what would you say your biggest achievement would be?
Oh, probably being a dad. Because I am Scotland's first legal gay dad. I actually, I don't know, is that the correct way of saying that? I might get into trouble for saying that. Same sex, or, same sex couple to be a dad, because it was my partner and I that changed the law in allowing same-sex couples to be able to adopt children in 2009, I'm sure that was, yeah. So I have my delightful son, who is now 14, and Samuel, and he's kind of followed in my footsteps with regards to media and on stage and that type of thing, because any of the online shows that I've been doing, any of the birthday messages that I send out to people, then he's been filming it, and it's been fun. Yeah. So I would probably say that is my greatest achievement, because who'd have thought that I was going to be a dad,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was probably.
So talk me through the whole process of how it happened.
Well, I suppose I could. I'll just say it from the beginning, because it's a wee bit controversial, I suppose, but there was an advertisement with the fabulous Lorraine Kelly a number of years ago, that the local authorities were looking for adoptive carers and foster carers, and I thought, I think I would like to look into that a wee bit further. So I did, and I thought, right, well, how do I go about doing this? So I contacted the number, and I went along, and this lady was very nice, sitting in front of me, and I took my friend along with me, a female friend. So we're sitting, I filled out my details, everything's sitting there, and we got chatting to the person from the local authority, and she had said, about my friend that was with me being my partner. And I went, oh, no, this is my friend. And my partner couldn't make it today. He is working away. And the person from the local authority had said, he. And I said, yes, my partner is a man. And she folded all her paperwork up and said, oh, I'm sorry, we can't help you type of people. We're not interested in doing that. That's just not what happens here. No, sorry, goodbye. And got up and walked away. Now, this was in a hall, or a ballroom or something. It was within a hotel. And there was a number of different people there, and obviously, because she kind of got up abruptly and she just kind of stormed off. And it was just a bit like, oh my goodness. So I was quite upset about it, obviously. So I contacted the local authority and said, this is the way I was treated and this was wrong.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that same-sex couples cannot adopt. I didn't know that. So that local authority took that on board. And then that local authority asked our for Neil and I, our situation, would you like to maybe make a difference? And that's how it came about. So it took about 2 years you know, to go through a process and to find out exactly, you know, what they were looking at was what are the differences between a heterosexual couple adopting, which is normal and is okay,
Yeah.
to a same-sex couple. And to me, I just thought, well, it's just the same. It doesn't really make any difference. But to them, well, they didn't know because things were different. And the more you went through the process, and the social worker that we'd done the process with was absolutely amazing. You know, she was like a fierce head teacher, and she won't mind me saying that. But she was brilliant. She was straight to the point. She said it how it was, and that's the way I am as well. So it helped the situation to be able to, any questions that she had to ask, she asked for a reason. There was a good enough reason. I don't know, so I need to ask you. So it opened up, you know, basically us as a couple to find out a wee bit more about us as a couple and about ourselves as well. And then obviously then it passed, it all went through, and so we became the first gay dads of Scotland.
Amazing.
So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
So how does your son feel knowing that you two are the first couple to adopt?
Well, we didn't really hide anything from him. Not that we went to the media, because obviously you can imagine the media wanted to know who the couple were.
Yeah.
We didn't tell the couple. We didn't tell the media. So we kept all that to ourselves. So the media didn't know for probably about 5 years. We still never came out and said anything, because there are other gay couples out there that have been caring for a child or have adopted a child, but they haven't done it as a couple. They've done it as a single person because it's maybe been a family member that this has happened with, or from abroad, or something different. It's not been the same way as it was done with us. So for when we were explaining things to my son, it was something else had happened. It was quite upsetting. Someone did find out, and we had a newspaper that came to us and said, if you need to tell us this story, give us this story, or we're just going to print what we want. I wasn't really that chuffed with that. Yeah. So I went to a really nice paper, and I said to this paper, I want to give you this story. And the editor, absolutely fantastic, really, really nice guy, he then said, I'd love to take this story. And I was on the panel for the Icon Awards in Scotland at that time. So we kind of put it all together, because that was celebrating diversity and inclusion, LGBT, everything. So they merged it all together. So it was relating to the Icon Awards, but it was also relating to Neil and I's story. So that other paper thought they were getting the story, but I went to this other one. So a wee bit cheeky of me, but I thought, no, you weren't being that nice about me. So anyway, then we were on different TV programs, chat shows, that type of thing. But it was my son and I that went along to the chat shows. So we didn't do it as a couple, because my partner isn't really into the media and he's not as flamboyant as me, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm the outgoing one. But so Samuel, my son, and we done a lot of interviews. So he understands it all and thinks that it's really good that people, just treat everyone the same. Although it doesn't always work out that way, but that's the way that we're trying to go to support and help everybody so that they understand. And it has been really, really good. And I do know a lot of people now, same-sex couples, that have adopted, and people that do know who I am. And if I'm out someplace, the odd time they'll come up to me and they'll make reference to it, which is really nice and very kind of them as well. But at the end of the day, we changed a bit of history and making a difference to children's lives and also other couples' lives.
Amazing. I think it's an amazing experience to go through, as well as an amazing achievement to have.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me more about the times that were the greatest whilst maybe growing up or going through current things for working, and obviously the entertainment industry is a difficult world. you know, kind of getting yourself out there and kind of being yourself, because there's a lot of judging that goes on in the entertainment industry. So tell me more about the times that you kind of felt things were unfair or things were wrong.
Well, you mentioned there about maybe growing up. So, you know, obviously growing up, I was a wee bit of a late developer, shall we say. I didn't really mix very well with my peers, so I was bullied as far as I can remember at primary and secondary, constantly. I didn't know I was gay. I didn't know anything about what gay was or anything like that, because I was quite, you know, I don't know, reserved, I suppose. Clearly I was a bit camp. I liked chatting to the girls more than the boys. And so I had more friends or acquaintances at school that were girls rather than the boys. I wouldn't play football. I wouldn't do the normal things that they would say that a boy would do at school. So I did get bullied quite a bit. And then I think that then made me go into myself even more growing up in school, and I really just didn't want any kind of friends, because I just thought, well, if I'm with some girls, then, you know, I get called names. If I'm on my own, I get called names. If I kind of hide myself in a corner, nobody can see me, so I won't get called names. And that's basically what I done for during school. And do you know something? Yes, it was horrible and it was nasty and I didn't like it, but it's made me who I am today. But there's other things that obviously happen behind closed doors, I would say, I suppose, that is maybe a story for another day. But growing up and then coming out of my shell and thinking, now I understand. So that was probably about 14, 15 that then I understood why I was getting called all these names. I didn't quite get it, which a bit naive, but that's the type of person that I was, really. But then going into college, I left school as soon as I could. Then I went into college, didn't like what I was doing there, and then just went straight into work and worked ever since, obviously. But I would say I haven't experienced a lot of homophobia. There's been a few bits and pieces. But I think for me, growing up, I met my partner Neil when I was 19, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to go out and meet someone that liked me for me and who I wanted to be with, and be with them for the rest of my life. So, and I'm still with them, and we've been together nearly 25 years. Oh my goodness! See, when you say it like that, I know I don't look old enough, do I? So, so we, and that was my aim. That was my goal, was to make sure I met someone that would treat me and show me respect, treat me right and show me respect, and, you know, build on that. And that's what we've clearly done. You know, obviously we're complete opposites, but that's clearly what's worked. But in between that time, we moved away abroad due to my partner's work, and it was a bit difficult for me. So I didn't feel that as much as I enjoyed living abroad and it was quite good, I missed Scotland. I missed home more than anything else, really. And probably the friends and family and people that were around me, and, you know, so I wouldn't say it was depression, because I don't think I have suffered depression, but I did suffer from severe anxiety, and I had to come home. The doctors actually thought in Spain, they thought I had a stroke because I was paralysed down the one side after having a massive seizure. But it wasn't epileptic. It wasn't. It was basically due to stress related. But I eventually got home after the recovery over there. So I got back home here, and that is when, you know, I would say my mental health deteriorated dramatically. But I believe that happened because I was in a safe place, or I felt I was in a safe place at home. and it was that safe. It was too safe that I didn't leave it for 3 years. So I had agoraphobia that I just stayed in the house. So I had people that come in and go in to help me. Just I had OCD, so I was constantly cleaning and tidying my house. I was painting walls. I was doing anything at all inside the house. And it was quite a small house that we had. But one day the doctor had said that, why don't you get a dog? I went, a dog? You've got to take a dog out for a walk. I said, I can't go out. I know, but if you get a dog, that might help you. And I says, no, I'm quite safe staying in here and I'm not going out at all. So Neil, my partner, ended up getting me a gorgeous, beautiful little princess. And a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And we got her, and I was like, well, who's going to look after her when you're not here? So I then took her out the back and got out the back. We bought a bigger house with more gardens, so that then I could go out into the garden. I then realised and acknowledged that I needed more help, and that this illness, problem, issue, whatever you want to call it, that I've got needs more help. So I got in touch with the local association for mental health, and I just asked them and said, I just need you to come and see me a couple of times and just try and fix me.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of went on a wee bit longer than normal. I thought it would just be a couple of wee sessions, but no, it went on for a couple of years. But it did help me get out, because they would then take me to their offices where they have group sessions and different things. But what actually helped me, so I was basically diagnosed with anxiety, stress and anxiety. What stressed me out, I really don't know. But to this day, I believe that everything and anything can stress anybody out, and it affects your body and affects your mind in a number of different ways. I'm just glad that I didn't feel depressed, because I could still be happy. But at the same time, obviously, I was sad because of, having seizures that would make me really ill for days. The anxiety in my tummy all the time, and, shaking and, different things. So for about 4 years, because I was inside for about 3 years, and about 4 or 5 years, I was out and about, but only to appointments that I needed to go to with someone by my side. I lost that time, and that was wrong. I should never have lost that time. But I couldn't control it. I couldn't do it. But I do believe that going through all of that, you would never, ever believe, because not everybody knows this story, because this is the first time I've kind of told anybody this story.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really put it out there. A lot of people wouldn't believe when they see me on stage or see me doing the bits and pieces that I'm doing, that I had this issue at one time. I think people will be really amazed, because I am very flamboyant. I'm in your face. I'm bubbly. I love doing exciting things. I'm an outgoing person. I am not the person that I was then. But it's made me who I am now. And I think what I would have maybe told, if I was to go back in time and speak to myself, I think what I would say is, there is other people that suffer this, and you're not going to die.
Yeah.
Because I thought every single time I had a seizure, I was dying. And I felt that after it all, while I was sitting there in recovery for a few days, I'm the only person that this has ever happened to, because this was really, really bad. So I always just thought that it was just me. Yeah, everybody else has got the same kind of symptoms or same. Mine is worse. Yeah. Now I know, no, mine wasn't worse, because there's still people out there 10 and 20 years later that are still feeling the same way. Yeah. And they haven't managed to get over it the same way that I managed to get over it. And I suppose it was probably because I was a very outgoing person. Then that happened to me. and I missed that outgoing life.
Yeah.
For 5 years. But don't get me wrong, now, yeah, I can do anything. And I still get nervous, but I can control it better. I still have the odd seizure as well, due to stress, but I can control it. So let the seizure come, it's fine, that's all right. And I recover immediately. I recover very, very quickly after it. Very tired for a few days, I can recover quite well. I know I'm not going to die. I know that I'm not the worst, that this is the only person this is happening to. There are other people that suffer the same. So, as you can tell, I'm quite vocal, and I do say it all, and I don't know how to shut up sometimes. But that's my story about what happened then with regards to mental health. And that's why I think, well, mental health is really, really important. But it's really important to us all, because it can affect us all, everybody. And it's okay not to be okay. You can say, today I'm not feeling okay. So just leave me. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to listen to music. I'm not going to do anything today. And it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
And there's a friend of mine, absolutely amazing friend of mine. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman, Anne-Marie. And she's a makeup artist. And she goes, she's a bit like me. She's got her name, Anne-Marie. And then she's got her stage name as Glamour Gran Anne. And she has inspired me so much with a number of different things. And I know her on a personal level as well, because we are friends. And very, very good friends. She is like a big sister that doesn't mix her words. And to me, the things that she'll say, and she doesn't know how to shut up, a bit like me as well. The things that she says as well to me and to others, you listen to it, because she's been through something similar, and she wouldn't mind me saying that.
I'm a friend.
She inspires a lot. Do you know Glamour Gran Anne?
Yeah, she's been on one of my episodes.
Oh, has she? All right. Well, I'll need to watch. I'll need to have a wee look. Maybe that. Oh, right. Yeah. Maybe that's where our link is as well. So I'll need to have a wee nosy and see her episode about it then, because she's a very, very inspiring woman. She's fantastic, and she's helped me through a number of different things just with a text message. She texts me every day, every single day. She texts me or WhatsApps me a wee picture, a wee quote, blowing a kiss, or just kisses. Every single day she does it. And I'm not saying that I'm the only person she does that to. I'm sure I am, but that just shows the type of person that she is.
Yeah.
Because she's fabulous. So I think you always need someone in your life that can inspire you, maybe get you out of that little dark hole that you're starting in the day, and then build up to getting back out of that dark hole if that's where you are that day. Because we'll do that. Everybody does that.
Is there any more advice that you would give to other people?
I think staying positive is huge. That is a huge, huge, massive thing that you should be doing, but it's really difficult. And I know how difficult that is to stay positive. So I think when you start feeling any negativity, you've got those knots in your tummy, you're starting to feel sick, a wee bit heartburn, there's a whole load of different signs, and everybody's signs are different. Think of something good in your life, something positive. It doesn't have to be something that you've done. It could be, someone you've met, a TV program, a movie that inspired you, that you loved, anything at all, just to try and lift you out that wee bit, and that's the start. To help you get out of that, I think. And for me, that's what I do. I've got my go-to movies, my go-to concerts to watch. Some people will turn to food, so there's a number of different ways that people turn to different things. But if you can be a wee bit more positive, then that wee bit of positivity will grow and grow and grow and get bigger and better. Yeah.
So tell me more about the events that you've done and how amazing they are.
Well, I just absolutely love a glitz and glam event. I have we do Strictly Kids. Strictly Kids is absolutely fabulous. It's absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. FabFox Productions is a production company that I co-own, and part of that is Strictly Kids. So it's exactly the same as Strictly Come Dancing on BBC, but it's children that come and do it, and they raise money for charity, and it's a competition, and it is outstanding. It's amazing. They get their all the costumes all glammed up, their hair, their makeup done, their nails done, you know, all the music. We get big flashy dance floors and big screens, lights, everything. It's just absolutely fantastic. We always do it in really nice, big, luxurious hotels, and you've probably got between 300 and 500 people in the room. So those events are absolutely fantastic. We've got fashion shows as well that we do. I either host them or I'm on the judging panel. We've got Stars of the Future as well. Oh, that is outstanding. That's amazing. That's all across the UK. Again, I'm the judge on that, and then we've got a final as well, and that can be anything: singing, dancing, acting, anything at all, which is absolutely fantastic. Love that. There's award ceremonies as well for the hotel industry, because I'm a hotel critic and a food critic. So I go out to different restaurants, different hotels, different salons, anything at all. And I've got my wee pad so that I know what I'm looking for. And I go in secret as well sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And now I think people get to know who I am. So most places you go, their customer service is fantastic. It's brilliant anyway. So you're judging maybe on the food and the quality of this, the quality of that. So, and as a hotel owner as well, then it helps to be able to go in and know what I would like to see, because, well, I own my own hotel and I know what I want my customers to see. So, but the events are just amazing. Obviously, just now, they've all been cancelled due to the lockdown. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're all staying safe, and we can just kind of take this part of 2020 out, and they're just going to continue. Exactly. So, you know, next year is just going to be like this year. So, you know, it's a way, and then we'll just do it all next year. You've got to stay positive about these things. You know, you can't feel that it's all gone and it's all disappeared, because it's not. We've all had quality time with family. We've all had, well, not all of us, but some people have. And I've managed to sort out my dressing room. I've managed to do work in the garden. I've managed to annoy my children quite a lot. And, you know, so there's loads of different things that you need to look at what you've been doing just now and what you've got to look forward to. And I know I've certainly got loads to look forward to with the events. And, you know, I'm doing interviews like this quite a lot as well, which has been fantastic, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I do appreciate you spending your time.
No, thank you very much for having me. This has been fantastic. I'm loving it.
Yeah. So we will definitely get a trip to Scotland. I will definitely come up and visit you, and hopefully come to an event, which would be amazing in the future. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I hope to see you soon after lockdown.
Fabulous. Well, thank you very much, Oliver, and I will see you whenever I'm going to see you.
Definitely. Bye.
Fabulous. Bye. Bye.